Mode of group data. Example. A survey is conducted to look into the amount of money the average customer spends at the supermarket checkout. This was done with a sample of 100 people. The information was then grouped into the following interval. Find the mode of the given data. As you can see, here is the table where the amount spent is given in terms of money right here, and the frequency is basically how many customers, or I should say how many people spend this much amount money, or in the range of this money, or in the given range at the checkout counter. So what we need to do, we need to find the mode of the given group data. So the formula for the mode of the group data is given as M is equal to L plus inside the bracket F1 minus F0 over 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 times H. In order to find the mode of the given data, what we need to do, we need to first find the modal class. So let's look at the frequency. If you look at the frequency, we need to find the maximum frequency. So out of all these frequencies, the maximum frequency that we have is 29. So basically 29 is the modal class. So when 29 is the modal class, the class will be basically 75 to 100. So my L is basically the lower limit of the modal class, which is basically 75 to 100. So the lower limit is 75. So L will be equal to 75. H is basically the size of the class interval, which is basically the modal class from 75 to 100. And if we find the difference between 75 and 100, it's basically 25. So the size H is basically 25. Frequency F1 is basically the frequency of the modal class. So the modal class is 75 to 100, and the maximum frequency is the modal class, which is basically F1, which is given as 29. So F1 is basically equal to 29. Now F0 is the frequency before F1. So the frequency before F1 is 12. So we will take F0 as 12. And the frequency after 29 is 23. So I will write F2 is equal to the frequency of the class succeeding the modal class, which is basically 23. Now it's time for us to substitute the value of these variables over here in the formula. And if we do that, we will write mode is equal to L is 75 plus inside the bracket F1 is 29 minus F0 is 12. So 29 minus 12 over 2 times F1 is 29. So I'll write 2 times 29 minus F0, which is 12, minus F2, which is 23, times H, which is basically the class interval. Now if we simplify further, we will write this is equal to 75 plus 29 minus 12 is 17. And then if we simplify the denominator, we will get 58 minus 35 times 25. Now we need to subtract the denominator, and if we do that, we will write 75 plus 17 over 23, because 58 minus 35 is 23, times 25. Now I need to multiply 17 times 25. So if I do that, my simplified data will be this is equal to 75 plus 17 times 25 is 425 over 23. If we divide 425 by 23, we will get 75 plus 18.5. Now let's add these two numbers, and if we do that, we will get mode is equal to 93.5, which is basically the mode for this given group data. And this is how we will find a problem based on mode of group data.